You're going through a hard time, challenging season, maybe you just got into an argument with someone you love, or you find yourself just overly or easily triggered. It's because you are allowing yourself to be triggered. This is a hard truth that I had to come to a realization about not that long ago. People are subconsciously going out of their way to actually trigger us because they are triggered and so overly stimulated within their own minds and their own bodies that there is nowhere else for that energy to go besides being projected onto someone else. We are unfortunately allowing someone's thoughts, opinions, beliefs, limitations, negativity to be projected onto us, and then we internalize it. That's where we go wrong. The internalization does not need to happen. We can observe these behaviors, but we don't have to take on all of their negativity and all of their negative emotions. We are all just mirrors of each other. When someone is projecting something onto you, it's really because they're suffering and they're struggling with something else within themselves. So what are some steps to fix this? Because that's the most important thing. You honestly, genuinely have to disconnect yourself from the expectations that you place on people and how they show up in the world, and stop letting that rub off on you. Because if you have a friend or a family member that is more negative, or maybe they have more limitations than you do, you're allowing them to show up and come into your space, and you're already saying, this person's so negative. They have all these limitations that I don't believe in, all these judgments, all these beliefs. And that is okay, because now you observe that. You don't take that energy on. And then the second thing you can do is probably the hardest piece of inner work you can do, but it's to show up in joy as much as possible. Because when you focus on something like joy, which is supposed to be our default, we are telling the world and people that you do not control me. You don't control my emotions, you don't control how I show up, and you don't control my emotional and mental state. I can show up joyful because I'm focused on God, I'm focused on myself, and I'm focused on the things in my life that make me happy. And that may not be the same things that other people focus on. But guess what? That is not your business to control how other people show up in their lives. So again, being triggered is a choice. Remove the expectations that you place on people and go into every situation that you possibly can with joy. Does it mean you show up joyful every single day? No. But it does mean that you don't choose to give your power away to people that don't deserve it by letting them control your emotions and how you show up to others throughout that day.